Hello, my name is Justin Jonas, and I've decided to do an NHL expansion franchise for my final project. The franchise will be called the Maine Minotaurs, and I've decided to create this franchise in order to give the upper northeast of the United States a brand new NHL franchise, which they desperately need. Now, the big question is why the city of Portland, Maine? Well, I decided to do this for a few reasons. One, Portland, Maine happens to be one of the biggest cities in the state of Maine, as well as a rich history of hockey in the state of Maine. With college hockey and youth hockey being key contributors to the sporting world in Maine, I believe that an NHL franchise would thrive in these conditions. Now I'm going to break down the city of Portland, Maine in regard to demographics and location. So to break down Portland's population, we have to do it with the amount of people and demographics. To start, Portland is home to 66,000 people, and the surrounding towns of Portland vary. However, Portland is an up-and-coming city and has a great history of hockey, which will result in many fans and fans to come. To further break down Portland's population, we need to do it in regards to male and female. So there are 31,000 males in Portland, and these males hold more management positions in all major categories of employment. Females, however, have 33,000 in population and have more of a population with a high school degree or higher. Now, there are also other population statistics that need to be discussed in order to have a full picture of what needs to take place. The first is the growth of Portland's population in the past year, which has grown 1%. Now, this isn't a huge number. It does, however, show that there is an up-and-coming attitude towards Portland, as well as a lot more people coming into the area. The second is the closest city with a population of 200,000 or more being Boston, which is about 150 miles away. This shows that Portland is a big hub for hockey fans in general and could attract a lot of interest. Lastly is the median household income in Portland, which is $52,000. That means that there are people who can live comfortably and spend money on leisure activities such as season tickets for Portland or just to catch a game. A major issue with any team that is relocating or coming into a new area is the location at which they will play. Luckily for the Maine Minotaurs, there is the Cross Arena, which is already located in Portland. This is home to the Portland Pirates, the AHL team for the Florida Panthers, as well as many other leisure activities. This can easily be transported into a professional hockey arena and is luckily located in a very convenient place in Portland. Now, the Minotaurs have many major opportunities to capitalize on sponsorship of their professional franchise. These will break down into jersey sponsorship, arena sponsorship, food and beverage sponsorship, and general team sponsorship. So the first that we will cover is jersey sponsorship. This sponsorship, it will be a huge key in gaining revenue for not only the Minotaurs, as well as the sponsor in general. So potential sponsors will be able to have their brand produced on the jerseys, as well as perhaps producing the jerseys in general, such as a sporting apparel company. As seen in the picture provided, you can see many different logos of companies and brands on the jerseys itself. Ultimately, that is going to be a goal of the team, is to sell as much sponsorship as possible in order to gain revenue and keep sponsors happy. The next area of sponsorship is arena sponsorship. This sponsorship can be seen around most major sporting teams in America in regards to different arenas being named after the sponsor. So there's Citi Field, named after Citibank for the New York Mets. And as you can see in the picture there is a T-Mobile Arena, which is the key sponsor for the new Las Vegas Knights NHL franchise. So it's pretty relevant to us as we will be looking for a team to buy out the arena and rename the Cross Arena into their sponsor, as well as other sponsorship opportunities, including main entryways and parking lots. The next is team sponsorship. Team sponsorship is a large amount of revenue to be made, as well as a large amount of sponsors to be had. Being a sponsor of the team gives you specific rights to products and players, and there's general brand awareness in the arena and around the area. So as you can see in the picture, for example, Miller Lite is the only beer of the Dallas Cowboys. We would particularly be interested in having the official beer of the team or the official office supplies. Anything really that pertains to the team and to hockey, we'd have a sponsor for. So that can range from a various amount of items. However, we'll keep it more in tune with the hockey team and what we can offer the fans. The last area of sponsorship is food and beverage sponsorship. This is particularly pertaining to the unique sponsorship opportunities in the arena, where local food vendors and such, and as well as beverage companies can have their beverages and food key to the fans and the arena. So this can be seen in various arenas around America. However, it's very particular to perhaps Brooklyn or the new Nassau Coliseum, where food and beverage vendors in the area are the key components. So you have Boomer Carton's Kitchen in Barclays Center, and we'd like to use local lobster joints or perhaps bars to be the key sponsors in our arena as well. Now, a key thing in having a successful relocation or a successful new franchise is the location of the team in general. So, evaluating local teams in the NHL, as you can see in the chart provided, there is several in the area, however, not too close where it would take away from our fan base. So the closest is the Boston Bruins. They are 115 miles away. Second is the Montreal Canadiens at 277 miles away. Third is the Ottawa Senators coming at 392 miles away. Fourth is the Buffalo Sabres at 553 miles away. And lastly is the Toronto Maple Leafs at 649 miles away. Looking at that map, you can see that we're going to be one of the main teams in the upper east, northeast of the United States, and we have about 3 to 4 states that capitalize in regard to gaining fans. Now, to recap and overview everything about the Maine Minotaurs that will be successful, here's a slide of it. So as you can see, the Maine Minotaurs will not only be the only NHL team in the area, but will also be the only professional sports team in the state of Maine. Maine has had a long history of youth and college hockey, and as you can see, the NHL is the next logical step. Not only would the team appeal to Maine residents, but the residents of New Hampshire, Vermont, and Rhode Island would have an interest in being fans of the team, as this is now their local team. And lastly, the closest rival would be the Boston Bruins in regard to getting fans, and that won't be too much of a problem as the Bruins already have their loyal fans. So the up and coming NHL and hockey fans in the area could jump aboard the Maine Minotaurs.